Hey everybody, Joe here. I'm back again, and it's the first Wednesday of the month. Actually, it's the first of the month too this time around, and it's time for my monthly pickups video. This is the stuff I bought in the month of September. Earlier last month I had a lead on a 32X for cheap, but that fell through. Unfortunately, I had already bought a couple 32X games. I got Star Wars Arcade and Doom. Been patrolling eBay. Hopefully I can get a good price on a 32X one of these days. Let's do some GameCube. I haven't done GameCube in a while. Spent a nice chunk of change on this. Not what the price tag says, but I got the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition promo disc. Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Ocarina, and Majora's Mask on the GameCube. Pretty darn cool. More GameCube. Because of the way I set up my bookcase where I keep my games, I have my GameCube on the upper shelf and those cords kind of get in the way, so like with the PlayStation 2, got myself a wireless GameCube controller. This is one of the KMD branded ones. It actually feels pretty darn good. The handles aren't as sloped as a standard GameCube controller, but feels pretty darn good. A friend of a friend, actually my buddy Dan, a friend of his, actually did a GameStop dumpster dive and came out with a ton of stuff. Dan actually got some of the stuff off his buddy, and Dan passed along to me a GameStop wired GameCube controller. Have not even tested it. It's still in the box. The box has been opened. I took it out and just felt the buttons to see what they're like, and they seem okay. Seems pretty cool. It has a turbo fire button on it too, which is pretty neat. I'll have to actually check this out and play it one of these days. But I'm still really happy with this. This is what I play with most on my GameCube. Now for some PS1. I did a little purchase from half.com from one seller. Had a few games for really cheap. And yeah, you have to pay high shipping costs with half.com. But when you get a game that's, they're only asking like $1 or something, and then the shipping, it kind of balances out to what going prices on Price Charters comes out to, and that's Tetris Plus I got. I actually had this on the Sega Saturn when I was younger. Not the best Tetris game, but it's kind of a neat footnote. And the next Tetris, which I never played before. Hey, it's published by Atari, never knew that. One of these days I plan to do a retrospective on the Gauntlet series, so got Gauntlet 7 Stars. The old original Gauntlet games and even Gauntlet Legends are pretty fun, so I don't know what this is going to be like. Some of them I hear take a little bit more of an RPG kind of turn. And the last console game on the list, this is actually really interesting. This is a Japanese Mega Drive game called Wrestle War. Actually, I got this from an eBay dealer in Japan. This was actually a really good price, too. Something really funny, put a little tea bag of Japanese green tea in there. I actually drink a lot of imported green tea anyway, so that's kind of neat, but I'm probably just going to leave that in there just because I find it amusing. Last thing, this has actually just arrived today. I got a lot of Game Boy games from Goodwill. They were selling on eBay. I wasn't expecting this, but it came in a big old Game Boy shaped case. I already took the doubles that I had out of the case. I'm going to probably set them aside for trade fodder. I've got about like 8 or 9 Game Boy doubles already. But I'm just going to show you the titles that are new to me. And the other cool stuff here. These are all commons, a couple sports games. But they're all stuff I didn't have, so that was kind of neat. And also, there's 2 accessories which I thought were interesting and cool to have. This case, I had no idea they were including this case, so that's just a kind of a neat bonus. And stuff like the old storage units and stuff that Nintendo and third parties made are always pretty darn cool to have. But the games are Mia Hamm Soccer, Bo Jackson Baseball, Football, Star Trek The Next Generation, Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest, Kirby Star Stacker, Millennium Winter Sports, and Mario Golf. Some Game Boy Color. Next up are the accessories. I got a bright green Game Boy camera. Never owned a Game Boy camera. Don't know if it works yet. I have to test it out. I literally just got it in the mail under an hour ago. And also I got a 4-player adapter. This is what came with F1 Race back in the day. Again, never owned one. I don't know if I'm ever going to have the need for one, but it's still kind of neat to actually say I got one in my collection now. Alright, that's about it for my pickups this month. I already have some stuff I'm waiting delivery on for next month. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time. Thank you for watching.